Welcome back to another episode of Multiblock Madness, where today we're assembling a reactor in the space station, which is a questionable idea. It is a questionable idea, but I think it should be cool. There's probably a bit of automation we want to do with this guy. We could do it using ender chests and like an interface on an ender chest up here, and then it sends items through. That would work, but I'm going to do it this way. And yeah, I think it'd be cool to have one in the base. So looking at the design, lots of heavy water moderators. It looks like about 8 magnesium coolers with lapis coolers on the corner. So that should be not too bad. Now this guy is not going to make much power. He is certainly not designed for that, is my understanding. He's more made just for irradiating some of the things we're going to want to do. And some of the things we're going to want to do include making these like doping circuit things. So we can use these wafers and yeah, turn them into N-type dope silicon, which we can use to make basic processors, which we can use for making quantum microwave dynamic stuff, which I think we want to get into. I think we need to do that at some point. And I assume there's probably a bunch of other stuff we can irradiate. Like the thorium stuff we're going to use, because you can't use thorium for making nuclear fuel. You can irradiate it. And flux required. I don't know how this works, if like this reactor has enough flux to do all of them, or the more flux you have, the faster it goes. I'm not sure. We can do things like get more palladium crystals. Turn cobalt into cobalt 60. Which we can use to make cobalt 60 source. Which we can use to make an irradiator. Oh. It turns rotten flesh into not so rotten flesh. Oh, you can make glowing mushrooms. Interesting. So we have the solid fuel fission sources. And then I guess if we split this up into 4, it must be 6. It can't be 6, because we have something else here, right? Look at the thing. Yeah, at the very end goes those other things. So we've got 8. I would suspect they connect here, right? Better double check. And yes, cool. And then our neutron radiators go at the back, and this is where we put the items that get irradiated. Cool. And then I think it's just reactor glass, and then we put the ports somewhere. This could be the reactor input, the fuel cell input, fuel cell output, irradiator output, so that's where our items are going to come out, and the steam output, which universal bin. We'll just bin the steam. A little bit of a waste, but I really don't think... I mean, we'll see how much steam this guy makes. I don't think it's heaps. I mean, because of the buffs, it might be like a decent amount of power. Well, probably not compared to what we've got. And that should be cool. And this should be sweet to start up. We'll simulate some 235. We'll start with 4. If you were to keep this in stock, you don't automatically insert. Okay. These go in here, they should come out. If this was extract always active. And he's on. He's producing 42 millibuckets a tick of steam. No. I think our original reactor was producing... We can't even see the steam. Producing like 700 millibuckets of steam. I can't remember. I don't think that's going to be worth it. Cool. And then what can we irradiate? Just to test it out. Oh, let's get some thorium, actually. Thorium. How fast do you irradiate? I don't know. I can't see. Cool, we'll just leave this dude running. He finished. He used all his fuel. I mean, that would do it. I'm pretty sure we've got plenty, and so we should have ended up in here with depleted fuel. Where'd the depleted fuel go? Why have you stopped? You've got what? Oh. Why did you melt down? Well, I mean, I think I figured it out. These coolers. So these are fine because they're next to a fuel cell, but these only work if they're adjacent to an active moderator. Oh, these are active moderators though. Wait, why did this melt down? Huh. Okay, so I recreated this this reactor in the reactor planner, and maybe it's not intended to just be assembled how it is, because yes, it doesn't actually have anywhere near enough cooling. But I did play around, and if we get 2 iron heat sinks and actually 4 iron heat sinks and 4 lead heat sinks. So lead have to be adjacent to at least 1 valid iron heatsink. So we can put lead here. At the moment these do nothing. But lead heatsinks must be adjacent to 1 active moderator. These are active moderators. And this iron heatsink now makes the lead ones valid. And this is actually pretty close to being heat neutral. It's cooling like 40 heat a tick too much. So we got some LEU 235. Oh, which is... Wait, didn't I already make some of this? Wait, where did it go? I thought I made a bunch. I am confused. Oh, it's already in there. Right, we just need 2. Turn you on. You're going net cluster heating. Right, so the net cluster heating did matter, and it was wrong before. Sweet. So now this should be working. And we might have got some protactinium dust. Protactinium enriched thorium dust. Cool. And then we can use that in a decay hastener to make TBU. We can make protactinium, which we could turn into uranium-233. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. So if we keep this stuff... Oh, that's really, really radioactive. And we put this in the decay hastener. Oh, of course, you're not going to actually... Oh, yes, you are. Nice. And then we're going to be getting TBU fuel, which we can then use in another reactor. I think this guy's pretty slow. I don't think he's super fast. I mean, he's done like 2 lots. Yeah, okay, maybe he's kind of fast. Alright, maybe that's sweet. And then in here we'll also keep thorium. It's going to be going in there, and he'll just continue just sitting there producing thorium fuel by the end of it. Nice. And then we can work on this next thing. So I think I made a couple of crystallizers. I know we need 1 for the silicon sticks quest. So here's one of these. I probably want to get into this stuff too. And I guess you can just live here for now because I don't know when I'm going to use you. There we get 16 silicon. Cool. So for making silicon wafers we need silicon balls, which we could do this way. We can crystallize molten silicon. I guess that's where you'd have... Like we can melt this in a... What can we melt this in? A melter? Looks like just a melter. So I guess we'll get a melter and do it that way. But we should have a melter now. You are going to live... I guess I could put you beside. You might want to melt different things. And if we're going to do that, we probably want a couple of dual interfaces. This would be the smart way to do it. And if we put... Yeah. Because we can do... Can we do fluid auto crafting? Fluid pattern terminal? Fluid pattern encoder? What does this do? Oh no, is this full? Our mass assembler is full. We could probably get rid of a couple of things. Ooh. Can we get rid of a couple of things? Let's get rid of our thermal upgrades for now. And I guess I have to expand... Yeah, I guess I have to expand. Oh, dude. Took a while. It did take a while before he was full. And then we can craft a fluid pattern terminal. And I don't actually know that we've got a spare channel here. We do, I think. It's hard to tell. Yes, we do. So we can chuck it. I guess on there. That's kind of... How is this? This doesn't look like fluids. Huh? Wait, does this terminal... Ah, this one doesn't do... Okay, cool. Can we just use this one instead? Why can't we just use that? Oh. And does this just go in here? It does. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Well, I better work on expanding this thing, right? So, there we go. And we reactivate this. Check in our patterns, and we've got an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. This doesn't make sense. Because I put 6 pattern things in there.
You know what? I think I'm going to try and get around trying to use that fluid crafting stuff because it seems a little bit convoluted. So instead, I'm going to say 8 silicon becomes 1 silicon ball. We'll put that. I don't even know if this is going to work exactly how I want. If we put that in here, we need to pump stuff out of this. Green. What, you're not extracting? That's an item conduit. That's an item conduit. That'll definitely do it. Extract always active. Insert. There we go. Now I just need to clear out what's in here. You want to export, and actually, I don't know if this is always going to work. You will then well, it doesn't look great. Extract brown was active. Insert brown. And that would end up in the system, and is it 10? No, we ended up with one extra. It's 9. Right. So 9 silicon become 1 silicon ball. And yeah, the reason I don't really want to deal with that AE2 fluid stuff is just looking at some of the items we've got. Like an ingredient buffer, precision burette, I don't know what that does. Fluid like what? What is this? And I can't see documentation for it here. I imagine it's probably, it must work. I've read that it's a little bit fiddly. So, yeah, I need to put this recipe in here. We craft one of these. You put the 9 things in there. They will eventually make their way. I'm definitely going to have to put upgrades in this guy. They finish. This one starts. He makes the ball. It ends up back in the interface. And it believes we crafted the ball. That's how I'm going to handle that. That's how I'm doing that. And then with that, we get our silicon wafers. Completes a quest. And we get a free machine chassis, which is nice. And then we can make these silicon wafers. Not terribly useful in their current state. To change this, you must irradiate them in your reactor. Okay. You need quite a few of these to make sure to streamline your processing. I mean, yeah, I haven't quite done that. Although we could automate it now. Obviously, I'm currently doing thorium, and I just missed it. We could do this and put this back in the system. And it means we will get silicon wafers, and I guess we can just come over here and change it to keep silicon in stock, and since it has a crafting card, it would actually go through the process of making more of it. Which means if we're going to use thorium as a nuclear fuel, which I think we might want to, like TBU, which then we make into an alloy. Might give us some stuff we need, like neptunium. I don't think there's another way to get neptunium. Fuel reprocessor from TBU or LEN, which is made from neptunium. So yes, I think if you wanted to get into the neptunium fuels, you have to go through TBU. And I think neptunium probably gives you like plutonium, which, yeah, I don't know. I think we have to use TBU. But why have I got so much radiation? Is there a lot of radiation happening here? There's a lot of radiation happening here. 3 MRAD, 4 MRAD. 8. Why is there so much radiation here? 11. That's a lot. That is a lot of radiation. Is that the stuff happening? Oh, it might actually be the TBU stuff. Because we're like decay hastening TBU, that protactinium stuff. Right, okay, so we have a lot of radiation. We now have weakness. We need to get radiation plating. Or radiation shielding. Shielding? Right. We want to make all of these, and then we can put that on our armor. So I'll teach the stuff for this, I think. A bit of crafting, but obviously we need this. We could make a hazmat suit, but then we don't have creative flight, so no. And a bunch of crafting happening. The only recipe I had to teach, apart from the radiation shielding ones, was bioplastic. Yeah, I think it is. I think it must have been us doing the decay hastening. Actually, we should have like an N-type wafer? No, what do they call it? N-type doped silicon. Doped. Oh, it's done already. Oh, there's more quests. We have to make a basic processor. I mean, that's an easy recipe. Alright. And an assembler. Okay, sure. And we've got our 4 radiation shieldings. We need to change armor. And maybe this goes in an anvil. Wait, do we have an anvil? Here's an anvil over here. Oh, we lost night vision and we lost creative flight. Oh. Oh, I thought we could just put this... Oh no. I thought that we could put radiation shielding on any armor. Like on here? Okay. That's an issue. That's an issue. So I really thought that was going to work. So we could make a hazmat suit. That's fine. We could potentially make this armor. Elite processors. Advanced prime. Okay. P-type doped silicon. Well, okay. Nope. I really thought we could do the radiation shielding on a normal armor. That was a thing in the old Nuclearcraft. It must not be a thing in this version. So that's an issue. That is an issue. We're going to have to instead... We're going to have to make radiation scrubbers. We've made extreme alloy. We have not made borax. We'd have to do that. In the meantime... Do we stop this guy making thorium? No, we'll deal with radiation. We'll deal with the radiation. This takes priority. We're going to have to put everything else on hold. Radiation is definitely going to be an issue. Right. And this is the point where I thought I would just quickly dive into whipping up radiation scrubbers. For anybody that's done that in Nuclearcraft Overhauled, you'll understand why this is now going to be split into 2 episodes. So, yeah. See you guys in the next one, where we actually deal with all the radiation we're creating. See you in the next one.